Yeah, let's do a one all the way around first.
Connected or blended? Because once you do one, you can't really go to the other. Because if you disconnect it, you already took all the hair off to blend it. If we blend it, I would be cutting some of this too short to where if we put a disconnect in there, it kind of just looks like a line through a regular haircut.
Well, look, I trust your integrity. So whatever you look at my face and be like, all right, this guy's mug will look good.
I think if you're wanting to do like a disconnect, it's always better to disconnect on the side you part and then blend it in on the side you push the hair to.
Okay.
So it'd be like a line here. We could do the one all the way up or like a two all the way up, and then you'd have all this hair blended here.
Okay.
So all this would be gone. That's pretty much what it would look like.
All I know is you're and it's like, woo, I'm liking what you're saying.
Alright. And then you know how short a one is, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be all the way down to skin. Okay.
We'll start with that, and then if I ask you for a 0, I might go that route. It just depends.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, excuse me, ask for the beard trim, and then the that other thing. What's it called? Or
The box shaver?
yeah, to smooth it out or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, on it.
Right. Okay. Cool. Because we have Instagram too, so we have the store's Instagram, and then we all have like our own personal Instagram.
Oh, neat. Well, if you want me to post on there and tag you, yeah,
Okay,
I'll give you the notoriety. That'll work.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that because there's a few barbers I follow that someone records them cutting hair, pretty much. Probably not all day, probably just for like a few.
Well, next time you come in, it's gonna be my turn.
Yeah, that way we can all get like our own little
Ooh,
video.
advertising. Yay.
Calling it now.
Right.
Nice.
Put in the notes.
Put them in that note.
There you go. So
I think I've done your hair before.
I think
Oh,
we
yeah?
all- You've been in here a few times.
Yeah. I like this place. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But
We're fun.
yeah, you are fun. I recorded on karaoke, and it's so interesting to see people's reaction. They like look at me weird, like, "Whoa, what are you recording for?" It's like, who cares? We're all at a bar getting drunk, except for me though. I'm not drinking. But I'm just doing the stuff I do because that's how I am naturally. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I usually, well, not anymore, but we used to go to Monkey Pants. in
Oh, I
Tempe.
love that place. I haven't been there for years.
It's I guess they're not doing a whole lot of the stuff they used to. They used to do like goldfish racing, weird game night type stuff, but COVID kind of like. threw
Dude,
all that
COVID
off.
changed the dynamic of so many establishments.
Yeah, for sure.
Ugh.
Sorry.
No,
Real
it's
quick,
okay.
this is a 2. I didn't take it all the way up just in case maybe you want a little bit of hair to come down.
Yeah, we'll just take a look at what you say first, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there.
Let's do that because it's easier to do that, and then if you don't like it, just
Right.
take it completely
It's
off.
always you're always able to cut more, but not less. You know, after you cut.
Yeah, I'd rather leave something so you get a better idea of it. Because most guys say, I don't think it looks bad or anything. It's all about preference. But some guys are like, yeah, if we take it all the way up, it makes my head look lopsided. And then some guys say, if I leave some hair here, it sticks out, and I don't do anything with it, and it bothers me. So it just depends on person.
It's so cool to hear how men still care about their aesthetics as well. I mean, it's something as arbitrary as hair.
Well, you know, you look good, feel good.
Right, exactly. With the sides of the head or whatever, you know, I get talked about like all the time for this. I don't know how that's the point of insult, but like, you got a forehead so big and play a movie theater on it.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
like, okay, well, what does that mean though? Is that supposed to be a bad thing or something?
It means I got a big brain.
Yeah, exactly, your big skull. Like, what's the point of? I don't see the, you have a big forehead. It's like, oh, you have big hands. Like, oh, how is that bad though?
Or do I want to?
Right, more to grow. Yeah, I straight up had some guy say that to me, and then he's like, yeah, you see me, gold chain, Guess jacket, ain't nothing wrong with me, yo. It's all like, dude, literally you're like determining your worth based on brands and stuff that you're wearing.
I honestly can't stand people that are all about that.
It's just weird.
I'm like, you're paying $500 for something you can get at the thrift store with the name on it.
Right. Now, I won't lie, for shoes and stuff, you definitely want to pay a little bit more, like, because for running shoes and stuff, because they are more supportive, so you don't want to always go to the thrift, but I see your point.
Oh no, I never get shoes at the thrift store because I don't want other people's feet on my feet. But anything else, except for underwear, but like anything else, like I'll go to Goodwill for it. And I actually found like
You'll find some interesting stuff
Yeah.
there.
I found a Marilyn Manson hoodie, completely fine, nothing wrong with it, no holes, no deterioration, nothing like that. For like $15. Oh wait, let me do the one. What else? I found, you know the brand Black Cult or Black Craft or something like that. It's like a goth clothing brand.
Is it like trip pants type?
Basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I found one of their shirts at a thrift store, completely fine, no holes, no damage, nothing. So if you really spend your time, it takes a few hours, but if you really spend your time looking at like a thrift store, you'll find some really cool stuff.
I haven't gone thrifting for a while. I used to go to thrift stores all the time, but
I'm just trying not to shop. Yesterday was actually my first day shopping in months, I feel like, and all I got was shoes and groceries.
well, the thing is that I'm doing the ketogenic diet, and I started at 320, and I'm 280 now. That was,
Nice.
2 months ago, so that's not too shabby. 40 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
But the thing is that, so that being said, I don't want to like buy clothes because then they're gonna be too big again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
So,
I fluctuate too much, so I'll go through periods where I'm like, nothing fits me, and then I'll also go through periods where I'm like, nothing fits me because it's too tight.
Just gave Sydney a box of clothes that one.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm in the too tight era right now because I've been going to the gym, so in my head I'm like, I can eat, I can spoil myself, and then like I don't work out enough to take off what I put on, you know what I mean?
It's an interesting mentality to have because I used to think the same way, but with the spoiling yourself, it's better to do it like on a rare occasion as opposed. And then sugar in general is just not good for you.
I know. I went to this place at the plaza I was at. It's called It's Sugar, and I got like a bag of chocolate. I was like, why am I doing this?
I mean, you can
Can't stop
get
myself.
dark chocolate. Cocoa is really good for you. Like if you get like 97% dark chocolate.
They say dark chocolate before bed is not healthy, but it's not bad. Like if you're gonna eat sweets at night, dark chocolate's the way to go. But I'm just trying not to eat that stuff in general, or if I do in moderation, but I have no
Well,
control.
sugar, it's not that you don't have control. Sugar is a drug. So
It
it
is.
causes people to become addicted. So
I'm still addicted to it.
I used to be too, and don't worry, that's why I used to be 320 pounds. That's why I've struggled with weight loss my whole life, because I keep going back to it.
Yeah, same. That's how I kind of grew up, basically. My grandparents they would buy like packs of Coke all the time. So there was always soda at the house. My grandma always had sweets. Like,
I thought you were saying something else at first.
Oh, no. Like,
oh, no. Packs of Coke.
Right? Bags everywhere. So I'm just gonna trim it real quick for you.
Okay.
I'll take a little bit here.
And then I'll put my glasses on and take a look, see.
But yeah, we were just super unhealthy back in the day, and I would eat sweets and like literal giant bowls of ice cream right before bed. And I would like mix it with like chocolate and caramel, and just like really, really bad habits.
Yeah. And then they try to sell you the idea that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and you want to start your day off with a giant bowl of sugar because that's what cereal is. So.
I mean, every now and then it's fine to have like a bowl of sugar, a bowl of cereal like that. Because the video I was watching, it's Sporta, the gym is Sporta, or LA Fitness. It's like combined into one. It comes with an app, and I was reading I was watching the nutrition video on it, and it was saying like exactly what you said. Everyone thinks like a bowl of cereal first thing in the morning can't be bad, which it can be, but at the same time, you need your glucosamine or something with the G level.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to start with a bowl.
Well,
that's what it is.
Well, your
Something
glucose.
like that.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you need to replenish your glucose levels, but the thing is that you're replenishing them with an empty source of energy. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because cereal is just nothing. I mean, look at the ingredients.
Sugar.
Exactly. It's just corn and sugar.
Yeah.
They just make it look.
Corn syrup.
Now, a lot of places, they what they do is the reasons why they're telling you that it's okay this, okay that, because there's just so many people that just don't want to do that extreme change.
Right.
Dr. Eric Berg is a really good YouTuber that talks a lot about the effects of sugar on your body, inflammation, depression.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Anxiety. I mean, there's a lot of things that it causes. It's a very toxic chemical in your body.
Have you seen the brain comparison to someone on coke?
Yeah, to sugar. Yep, cocaine and sugar is the same thing. Yep.
That's
And-
insane.
And then Dr. Eric Berg's a good source. Another good source, I have to look him up, but he talks about the ketogenic diet. Thomas DeLauer is another good source.
Okay.
But these guys talk about it ad nauseum about how toxic and unhealthy it is. I mean, the food pyramid, the American Western diet, it's trash.
Do you remember in school when it was like the people that promoted milk, they would come to your school and they'd give you a planner and they talk about all this like healthy food stuff. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I know they try to say that, like, oh, it's important to have milk because it builds your bones up, and it is okay to have some milk, but you want grass-fed milk because the other stuff is full of probiotics and all kinds of other things. So
I was also watching a celebrity personal trainer on YouTube and just his opinions on protein shakes and powders and pre-workouts, etc. And he said he tries to stay away from milk because it takes your body longer to process it or something like that. There was a bunch of stuff he was saying. But either way, like, I kind of stepped away from milk anyway. One, because my boyfriend's lactose, so I had to stop buying them.
Nice.
And two, I don't know, it's too heavy for me. Like, if I mix it with my coffee every single day, it's really heavy on my stomach.
Yeah,
So
a good alternative would be heavy whipping cream. There's
I always do creamer.
There's a lot of healthy fat and stuff.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you stay away from the creamers that have sugar in it, though.
Yeah, so I started getting lactate, which is still milk but without the lactose.
Yeah.
And that's more for cooking, or if I just need to make, like, you can't make pudding without almond, like soy milk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cream. But what I started doing was getting those little boxes of milk that are not in the fridge. They're like out with the cookies and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like little soy milk.
Yeah.
Milks, all that. So I started getting those, and I'm just using those for my coffee every day.
I like almond milk and cashew milk. It's pretty good.
Ooh, macadamia nut is my go-to. But I
Oh,
can't find that anywhere.
that's
I'm not gonna pay like $8 for a little.
Yeah. They sell that at Winco down the street. A little tiny thing of macadamia milk. I think it's like $4 or $5 though. It's not cheap.
That's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Especially now, I'm just trying to shop for what I used to get, but like.
Yeah, like literally, when I was on keto before, I would shop for groceries and I would be able to save so much money because of, when you're on keto, you're not that hungry, and that's what I love about it.
Right.
You're able to fast. Intermittent fasting is easier.
Yeah.
The problem is though, food has gone up so much in price.
I've noticed that.
So,
Real quick, what are you thinking about this? If you want, we can leave it like that, and I'll texture it and blend it a little bit more. But because there's still like a line, like you're okay with some hair to come down.
yeah, we can get rid of that.
Just take do you want me to take the 2 all the way up or the 1 all the way up?
Yeah, leave the line right there, but you can get the whatever this is all the way up.
That's a 1.
Yeah,
all the way at
one.
the bottom, that's a 1.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so it'll be buzzed all the way up.
All right.
Alright, cool. Do you see what I mean though? How like this would stick out?
Yeah.
It looks good, but like it's just something you have to gel and work with every single day. I'm not sure if you're into that.
I do some styling with the hair, but
It goes out pretty fast.
well, I take biotin too, so that probably
Okay,
helps.
yeah, for sure. It definitely grow out quick. With keto, you just have to eat certain things, or like how does that work? Because I see like the keto section at Walmart. I don't even know what that is.
I would not trust that. No, that's just them trying to sell you something. Don't believe in that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ketogenic diet is primarily focused on fats, so like healthy fats, by the way.
Right.
So like butter. You have to get a grass-fed butter though, most likely. So ghee is probably a better butter.
Okay.
I use a specific one that's like just strictly cream, sea salt, and that's it. It's like a deer on it. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh
though.
yeah, Lakes or no?
No, it's not Land O'Lakes. No, it's got a deer on it, but I can't remember what it's called.
I think I know what you're talking about. Unless it's like not at Walmart.
No, it is at Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And then you want moderate protein. Because I'm so heavy, I eat a little bit more than I should, which is stalling my weight loss again. So you want to be careful with that. But it's essentially 20 carbs max per day, and that's very easy to go over with how we eat. So basically, I restrict that to just pickles, chia seeds. Which chia seeds have negligible carbs mostly anyways, because there's so much dietary fiber.
Oh, okay.
For women too, regarding that, men I think it's like 40 grams or 36 grams, and women it's like 28 or 30 grams. And chia seeds are like full of dietary fiber. So I have about 5 tablespoons a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I
that
usually sprinkle that all over my smoothies. Or
nice.
yogurt
Yeah,
bowls or something
it
like that.
promotes satiety because chia seeds, when they absorb water, they expand, so they get really bulky and big. And
Okay.
yeah, and so it leaves you
So that
feeling
makes you feel full?
yep, fuller,
Okay, that
longer.
makes
Yeah,
sense then.
because of the fiber in it. Yeah,
Right.
that's another thing that people are lacking in their diets is fiber. So.
Oh yeah, that's something I need for sure. is fiber.
But it's mainly olive oil, coconut oils are good fat. Chicken. You can have some red meat. They advocate not too much heavy on the red meat, but
Right. We're not really supposed to eat that much meat. Like we're not really designed to eat that much meat.
yeah. And then obviously fruits and vegetables. Not fruits. Sorry, vegetables. You want to stay away from fruits. So no sugar. Absolutely no sugar. And with the vegetables, you have to keep it kind of minimal too. Like I used to just eat asparagus and broccoli because they're like, yeah, they're delicious. I found out about it recently. It's got a low enough carb amount that it won't, kick you out of ketosis.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of debate on whether or not you need to stay in ketosis to be on keto. I feel like it just depends on your body type. Like for me, when I'm in ketosis, I can tell, like things that change, like your breath smells more, unfortunately, even if you like really hygienic, because of the ketones in your blood.
Oh, okay.
And I've just never really liked the experience being completely in ketosis, so I mainly just utilize the fasting.
Oh, okay.
Because if you do a lot of fasting, it promotes autophagy, so that the cells can properly die and regrow, technically. Yeah, it's a lot of information. So I mean, that's why I referenced Thomas DeLauer. He's a really hardcore advocate for keto.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, for me, I'm only going to be doing it until I lose the weight, and then I'm going to switch over to the Mediterranean diet because Alzheimer's runs in my family, and that's supposed to be a really good way to combat it. So.
They were just doing a study on the news too. You have to be between like 50 and 80. They were looking for people to try something they were offering at this hospital in Scottsdale. But it's to help prevent it or get rid of or whatever with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I've heard that they're actually working on a cure.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering about that. I saw the
pretty cool.
advertising for that.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, you have to be between 50 and 80.
Yeah.
So your cowlic's gonna pop up until you put gel on it or until it relaxes a little bit. But I did take the one up, try to blend this in a little bit. You just don't want to go too much into your cowlic, depending on person to person. I would rather leave some length to like give you some to like lay down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the front, your bangs are technically longer, so they're like about here. But I'm sure you're gonna go up and over like that, so they just blend in better.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do it straight up like down flat to your head, that's what they're gonna look like. But I don't think that's what you do. You kind of just go up and back like that, huh?
I do a lot of things, if I'm
Okay.
honest. I never really stick to one particular style, if I'm honest with you.
Well, I mean, obviously with this one, you can't really flip it to the other
Yeah,
side
yeah.
because of how it's cut now. But this is basically what it would look like with gel. All right. So where would you like your line to be?
I don't know. What do you recommend? Like right at the ear?
I usually go to like the inlet of the ear.
Mm-hmm.
I think there would be like one person on the list or something.
Yeah, a bit dead right now, huh?
There's nobody there. Don't touch me.
Nah.
Just kidding.
Sorry. Were the roads kind of busy on your way here?
It seems to be getting a little busier in Arizona because everyone's freaking moving here.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, because like all the kids are back in school right now. Well, most of them anyway.
They are?
Yeah. Yesterday was the first day of school. But a lot of kids, like I said, are probably not going back to school until like the second week of August or something.
Oh yeah, I forget about the school schedule. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
I know. I reminded myself.
I
when
forget
saw
about
the
that
school
stuff.
buses this morning. Yeah.
It's always interesting to see that.
But it's crazy. I've seen people like with the bus stopped and the lights out and kids passing, they still like zoom past it.
Yeah, it's so unnecessary.
I know. I'm like, that's dangerous, really.
And it's not only that, but it's illegal too.
Yes, it even says in the back of the bus.
No, some people just can't be.
Like if you're late for 1 minute, like, it's fine, Because you're not waiting that long anyway.
Some people just can't be inconvenienced. They think their time is more valuable than a person's life.
Oh, my
Oh, I heard that. What dog?
Oh, I've been there for a while. Oh my god.
There's a song by Bumblefoot called Chair, where it's like he describes the same thing where you're stuck to a chair.
Yeah, that's funny. I always say, I think it's so funny how, like, I don't know who the evil genius was to put metal slides in Phoenix.
The evil genius?
To put metal slides in Phoenix. Like, in the valley, because it's metal. It's like you're sliding down a scale.
Oh, metal slides.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No, I'm good, thank you. Just throw some butter on it, and, like, throw a steak on it. It's cooked, by the way. It's done.
Right, it's like a blazing inferno going down. Yeah, that's a good point. They should have made like stuff like for playgrounds that were like not heat
metal?
conductive.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
I've always
Interesting
thought about
thought.
that. I know, like,
Yeah.
I've always thought about that. Like, how do you guys not realize that, you know? Like, the people that built it.
Make a good point, huh?
I've always wanted to, like, cook brownies in my car, though, and see if
Watch those videos online where they
Yeah.
put the cookie sheet or whatever
It
out.
takes, like, a few hours, but, like, it still works. And your car will smell good, too.
That's a good point. It's getting hotter across the freaking everywhere.
It is.
It's looking bad around
Yeah,
there.
it's definitely not good. Even, like, the Midwest.
Yeah.
I think even there in the 90s.
I watched the news report about London. The first time in 300 and some odd years is over 100 degrees. Yeah, and only like 7% or something like that. They said it has air conditioning there.
Seriously? Oh my god.
As opposed to in the States where it's like over 90, I think.
Right. So I used to live in Sholo, and it doesn't really get that hot there, you know what I mean? So the apartments that I lived, every house that I've lived in actually hasn't had AC. They only have heaters, and that's it. Like, there's no AC because you don't need it. It's not necessary there. But being on the second floor apartment, it's gonna get hot, you know what I mean? So
The heat rises.
Yeah, and the only window we had other than the one.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just like that. Yeah. You might want to close your mouth. Like, I think right there. You don't have to do anything. There you go. But yeah, so our window that we had led through the hallway, so there's no breeze. You know what I mean? And then we had the windows in the room, but they were so little, so we would have to have like this crappy little swamp cooler that my mom found. It worked, but you had to lean it against something. It was horrible. But at least up there, like, you can go to the lakes. I was paddleboarding. I was hiking all the time.
Yeah, people try to go hiking here and then they end up dying on the mountain.
Yeah, I literally get air back out.
You don't know what people are thinking.
I don't know. I could barely walk around yesterday around the shopping mall outside. I'm like, how do you guys go hiking in this? Because I hike South Mountain all the time. When it's cold or when it's not like 100+ degrees.
I would hike, but I have a hard enough time on my treadmill every morning. So once I lose some more weight, probably I could do that.
I think you just gotta take it slow. Because I guess weight can be an issue, but it's just like, even me, I had a really hard time my first few times going up the mountain. Like, I would pass out almost like halfway up, you know what I mean? So it's just like your endurance are good. All the way down. Because if there's any like rivers, the boxing will kind of cool.
Thanks for the precision.
Yeah. Did you have snake bites before? Yeah.
I used to have a lot of piercings, but
Why'd you take them out?
I don't know. I just outgrew them. You know what I mean? I just decided I don't want them anymore. I'm debating on the earlobes again, but I'm kind of just like, I don't know.
It's a lot.
I get so indecisive, you know?
And they stink too. Like, my
Oh,
gauges,
yeah, that's another
my
point.
gauges, like, no matter how much I clean up anything, they can definitely stink really bad. My boyfriend will hug me and be like, God, your ears stink. I'm like, your ears stink because those are bigger than mine.
Oh, wow.
I'd be like, no. But it just sucks because they're never infected. They're just always like.
Well, yeah, because basically.
Can get wet, you know? Like,
Well, yeah, because basically the skin's just continuously trying to heal and it can't, and that's why it stinks. Nah.
She's like, I don't know, like almost the size of a soda can, I want to say.
Holy smokes.
So hers are pretty big.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But she actually went down a little bit, I think, because she has like a 3-year-old and a bunch of other kids too from her boyfriend. And plus, I think she did blow one of them out or something like that. So I don't know if she can go back to that size anymore.
I'll do some fast editing stuff.
We're a pretty good store here. We actually just got a review left for me, Sydney, and Courtney. How we're just really good people. It's a really good store. We all hang out. We all do stuff. We all get along. You know, it's not like one of those salons where all the girls are like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I want that client. Yeah. It's always good to have synchrony within
here,
the workforce.
Like we all have the same sense of humor. We all are into the same stuff. We all mostly listen to the same music and whatnot. It's just really fun.
That's a lot of commonalities. That's cool.
Yeah. I have a lot of the same issues. You know,
I got issues. You got them too.
Yep, exactly.
You like that song?
Don't have it on my Spotify, but I wouldn't change it. Let me just get the box here. What?
Where'd your partner go?
Oh, she's eating her food in the back.
Oh.
She went and got Barrows. From 11 to 3, they do the... Yeah, it's 11. They do the...
Slices?
Yeah, for like $2.50 or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Quit pointing out all my problems. I'm just kidding.
It's like stuck in there. You can't get it out. It'll fall out eventually. I always feel bad when you guys get hair in your ear. I'm like, I can't get it out. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I got like hair in there naturally, and then like my nose hairs will stick out too, and I gotta pull those out.
Right.
I see people doing the wax, and I'm all like, I don't know if I want to stick that up my nose.
There is no way I couldn't do that.
Now I have had a Brazilian before.
Really?
Yes, and it's actually, believe it or not, in my opinion, it helps keep things clean. Hair, just clean, because then the sweat doesn't like accumulate. You know, like if you get swamped and stuff.
Yeah. My boyfriend talks about that all the time. Because he's the chef and he's like, I'm just so sweaty. And
I know, yeah. It helps out a lot, and plus, if I'm honest with you, you know, it's nice for the ladies because no one likes getting hair in their mouth.
Yep, definitely.
But I also like to do chest and back too, because sometimes I don't know, like I said, I just like to get rid of stuff, you know? I'll probably eventually get the laser done in the back, but probably not for the chest.
They said it's worth it. But
how long does it work for?
Oh, I don't know. It's permanent. But I wanted to do that too. I just to get my nails done. But because I'm so bad about like going back to get them
touched up.
Yeah, I just I don't do it anymore. And it's gone up a lot. I do it myself. And I do it myself. You know, I don't have to go here do a nail. It'd be fun, man. Have like a nail night.
Right, a bonding time with the ladies.
Well, we've kind of done that before. We've done a wine and paint. Like all of us girls went to one of the other girls' house and did a wine paint night.
See, I wish that's what guys like to do. So I like the sports.
Oh my god.
I like sports, and I'm like, I don't care about that. It's like the only sports I like are just sports clips.
Exactly.
I don't know. I watch it and I'm like,
You know, I'll remove the collar and do like underneath.
Do you want me to style it for you so I can show you like what it would look like? I mean, technically this is what it would look like now, but with gel and make it stay.
yeah, it's
It's like in your back scratching it. It's like, oh yeah, relax it. I've been thinking about letting it.
that'd be a lot because you're on your feet all day. Oh.
Yeah. And I have a bad habit of like leaning like that.
Oh, slouching and stuff? Yeah. One of the things to do, when I used to have a personal trainer at the gym, is when you clench your buttocks and then tighten your stomach at the same time, that promotes a good posture. So basically she talked about navel to butt. Like they basically go clap. And that's how she described it.
I used to be able to squat 340 pounds and deadlift 400. So.
And then pull it. Do you care about shine or hold or anything like that? Yeah, maybe I should, but I don't think so. Anything would be fine.
Medium, it's like medium hold, medium shine. It's kind of like in the middle of it.
Yeah, middle ground.
Yeah. And it smells good too. It's American Crew. It's called Forming Cream.
We do need some styling cream, so.
But yeah, it'll take a little bit, about a pea-sized amount. I would start with your cowlick back here. You could kind of see how I use the blow dryer to make your cowlick lay down, and then the product will just make it stick.
Eventually, I'm gonna go and get that taken care of. I heard about some methods to getting rid of that.
Your cowlick?
Mhm.
How? What do you mean?
There's like, what did they say on Facebook? There was a couple people that gave me information, but it's like this matrix thing or whatever, where it actually implants like the hair that's missing right there.
Oh, like kind of like a hair transplant?
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing?
yeah. And then there's other methodologies too. I'd have to look it up though and show you, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't do enough research yet because it's cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Right.
And I don't have that, so.
What do you think though? You want to check it out? Yeah, check it out.
Your cowlick might need to go forward rather than to the side.
Yeah.
So, bam.
I like how
Good.
clean it is. It's very
Yeah.
smooth. So.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.